We are Nicki and Carlo, and our family live in Positano, Italy, nearly 500 steps from the road, but surrounded by fruit and olive trees and with a fabulous view. Our garden overlooks the sea and we grow our own food. We show you what life is really like on the Amalfi Coast. So please subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries.
Hello everywhere. I'm staying with Dave.
Hi.
Our Nicki friends, and we go for a beautiful day on the boat in Positano.
Let's go, andiamo.
Andiamo.
Utile a me stesso fin quando ce la faccio.
Do what you like, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Trovare prima dove c'è un posto dove possiamo fare. Perché? Dove lo sto facendo è... Sì.
Carlo! Welcome back. Thank you, Carlo.
Good morning. It is a beautiful day. It is the beginning of October and we are having a boat day. This is Dave. You will have met him a few times already. He's been in many videos. This is another Carlo and he is going to be our guide for the day. Our Carlo here. And we're off to discover the Amalfi Coast. Come with us.
Hello everybody, how are you? Here we are on the boat, Naninella. I'm going to show you and with our friend Carlo and Dave, all the Amalfi Coast from Positano. You ready? Let's go.
Elizabeth has very kindly lent us the Naninella this morning. I thought we were going out on the Spritz, which is a much smaller boat, but this one is amazing. Look at all the space we have. So we're very lucky. If I'd known we were going on this boat, I would have brought the dogs, but I didn't know. It was a surprise. So I've left them at home with Sky for the day. But that's fine. It just means that there's one less thing to worry about. So we're just going to enjoy our day now, dog free.
Let me show the 500 boat. It's incredible, it's amazing. It is like a 500. 500 diciamo in Italia.
Dave is one of a group of friends I met when I was 16. Back in April, we had a reunion in England with most of the group, which I did show, so you might recognise him. He's also been out to visit us in Positano many times over the years. In fact, Sky was the first baby that Dave ever held. Anyway, Dave lives in Washington in the US, so if you see him around, do say hello.
It's warmer than the pool.
Yeah, it works.
Now swimming with one arm, this is going to be easier on my back.
I'm going to sit this one out. I have not swum in the sea at all this summer and I'm not going to start now. I'm having a good hair day. I washed my hair yesterday and I just can't be bothered. I'm happy sitting on the boat.
Now this is really exciting.
Sudden waves.
Oh,
Hello everybody.
Hello,
Are you
Dave.
jealous yet? Because I'm having a wonderful time here on the Amalfi Coast. I do recommend it. Thank you to my kind hosts, Carlo and Nicki. That's it. Nothing else right now.
This is one of the worst beaches to walk on. Very, very uncomfortable. You can't do it in flip-flops. I tried last year and I actually fell over, I think 3 times, just walking to that rock and back again. I fell over 3 times with flip-flops on. It was very embarrassing. It's practically a village in a cave.
Look at all the old deck chairs.
These are really good. These are anchovies stuffed with mozzarella, rolled in breadcrumbs and fried.
Nicki telling to Carlo the story of we meet.
We all like lemon.
Polipo alla Luciano, so octopus in a very rich tomatoey sauce.
Ok, dobbiamo far vedere come si mangiano questi. Toglie la testa.
You eat the whole thing without peeling it. These are little shellfish, they're called cannoliki. I have no idea what they're called in English. Dave, do you know what these are called?
No, I don't.
No. No, maybe it's just an Italian thing. If anybody knows, please leave us a name in the comments for what these little cannoliki are called in English.
I'd be very grateful. Thank you.
Poi lo spaghetto con le vongole.
Se voglio dire cosa fa?
Somebody set up
Il
one.
male con i due.
I won't let her have anything like it. Bring something for us.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh no,
they insisted.
I feel like I'm doing something.
smaller one that can bring us up right to the beach and we don't have to wait. Nicola's been waiting for 20 minutes.
Quando si è chiudato la bandina,
October is olive harvest time, and we last year helped our neighbour Michele. Holly, come here. Come here. Why do you always have to tap dance when I start filming? Should we hold you? So our neighbour is collecting his olives. Carlo's already gone to help. I am just putting my shoes on and I'm going to go over there as well, because this year, other than just helping, we also have to learn exactly what we need to do, because next year I'm going to have 100 olive trees of my own to deal with. So we need to go and get all the experience we can.
Definite signs of olive pruning going on down here. By the way, this is the first time that I have put my jeans back on after the long summer, and I'm pleased to say they still fit. There's always the worry. Honey, how do you always manage to get stuck under the leg? No! No. Come here. Come here. Ouch. Stupid dog. So for now, it's all very simple. Michele is up a tree, sawing away and pruning the trees and cutting off some of the branches. Carlo and I on the ground, we pick up a branch and we pull off the olives. There's nets already laid out all along the floor here, and the olives just fall into the nets, and then afterwards we move the branches and just collect all the olives from the nets. It's quite a satisfying job. I really quite enjoy it. Finding all the olives, taking them off. Of course, a lot of the olives will ripen and just naturally fall from the tree onto the nets below, so that saves a lot of work. Really, we need more people. If we were going to pick olives from every tree on the property, you'd need probably at least 20 people or so. Unfortunately, there's only 3 of us, so we just do the best we can. Holly is eating away. Is that yummy? Okay, so I've cleaned this branch, and now I'm going to put it there and move on to the next one.
La raccolta delle olive quest'anno è minore come quantità, però Michele dice che è superiore come qualità. Le olive sono un po' migliori dell'anno scorso.
Because of the rain earlier on in spring?
Sì, è stato troppa pioggia e questo ha rovinato le olive. Pioggia va bene, troppa pioggia non va bene, ok? E poi ogni anno pota alcuni alberi, altri invece no, perché l'ha fatto l'anno scorso. Quindi dove l'albero è già stato potato la raccolta è minore, ci sono meno olive. Dove gli alberi non sono stati potati come questi, dove gli alberi non sono stati potati come questo, ci sono più olive ovviamente.
Just been told to move. There's a branch going to come crashing down where I was sitting. Ooh. Just popping back home quickly. It's getting very hot out there. I think I'm going to put a pair of shorts on, get a hairband to tie my hair back, a hat to shade me from the sun, and some water to drink, because it's thirsty work. Come on, honey. I'm also going to try and wear my gardening gloves. I might not be able to do it because I might not be able to feel where the olives are, but my fingers are starting to get red
and I'm going to get blisters if I keep going with their fingers. Come on everyone, back to work. Oh, are you coming too now? Really? Come on then. Yes! You are a funny animal. Are you coming? Are you going to wait there? Now, before I tie my hair up again, put my hat back on and get back to work, just wanted to talk about these olive trees here. You may notice that a lot of these trees here are quite tall for olive trees. Look at this one, for example. The olives are very high up. Now, if you go to Tuscany or Puglia, you will notice that the olive trees are very, very low, and you don't really need a ladder to pick the olives. You can just pick them from standing position. So why are the olive trees on the Amalfi Coast so much higher? There's a good reason for that. And I'm just going to get to a viewpoint here where I'm going to stop and tell you all about it. This will do. Ta-da! So the olive trees on the Amalfi Coast are tall for one very important reason. Here we are very limited with space. There's not much land. It is all on these incredible terraces going up the mountainside. So very, very narrow, just enough room for one tree width. And the olive trees were grown, this is years ago, let's say 100 to 300 years ago. They were planted and left to grow tall so that there was space underneath them for people to plant other vegetables. So potatoes and onions and green crops, broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes even. And they would all be planted underneath the olive groves. It was the only way you could have a bit of everything because there just wasn't enough room to have separate vegetable gardens and separate olive groves.
Lei rimane impigliata nella rete. Queste unghiacce che c'ha, guarda qua queste unghie.
Olives now have to be carried all the way up to where the olive press is, which is up by the house. Quite a way up.
Michele ha più anni di me, ma è molto più forte di me, è molto più allenato anche. L'ho intuito! Ma che sei stato?
Just on my way home for lunch, and I've just found a secret stash of olives in the turn-ups of my shorts.
I find it a little bit
Facciamo il giro di qua.
weird.
See? Good morning. We are on our way up to Monte Faito this morning. We thought we'd take Dave and go for a lovely walk up in the chestnut forest up in the mountains.
This car now, the new one, and I still feel like my father's car.
Okay. A little bit hazy today.
I think you have to do one of these things.
I've been here so many times and I've never noticed this little pathway here, so I'm just following it to see where it goes. I have a feeling there's going to be a stunning view just up here. Holly has learned to open the automatic window in the car. It's very annoying. She keeps opening it. I keep closing it. But you want it open, don't you? Don't you? You naughty. I'm glad I brought my little thermal top with me because it's not warm up here. And we haven't done this pathway before, so we're just exploring somewhere slightly new. And I'm not even sure if I'm going the right way now. It's lovely up here. Yep, there's a marker. So I am on the right path.
When we go on the woodlands, Dave, we're watching India and Holly. She's very happy always to go around, to go more fast than normal. Yeah, running. Come on. Come on.
Wonder whether I would enjoy just to like take any company that was.
I'm filming you. Hello Indy, non è successo niente, mamma si è seduta.
So be careful when you come down here.
Yeah,
Have you got any grip? Have you got any grip on those shoes?
but I just wasn't.
You would sit fall down.
Guys, as you saw my fall, this is just a pathway for expert excursionists. Dave has just instructed me to not walk and talk at the same time, so I'm just going to walk without talking. Just put my hat back on because it keeps my hair out of my face and makes it safer for me to see where I'm walking. And taken off my thermal top again because it's suddenly hot in the sun. It's that weird time where in the shade it's cool and in the sun it's hot. And this is my little top's thermal, so it's way too hot. Oh, that was a really steep hill. If I'd known it was that steep, I wouldn't have come up this way. Oh. But I came up here because I wanted to see what this was. These old abandoned, well, not so old, but abandoned half-built buildings in the middle of the woods. This is a tagliera. It is a traditional mix of cheeses, salumis, olives, and it is very yummy if you're not vegetarian.
Oh, it's one of my favourites.
Can't wait to dig in.
Oh, Flippy Dog. Io ho mangiato un'insalatona che è già finita. Dave, com'era il tuo panino?
Bene, grazie.
Buono, non
Buono.
bene.
Bueno,
For food,
buono.
you say
No,
buono,
bueno.
and for feelings, you say bene.
I do know that. I'm not quite sure why I made the mistake.
Put on the spot.
Okay, everybody, I just made the mistake and I called the bene, which is just good, but really it's buono.
And you just made another mistake as well because you said the panini, but panini is plural, so panino is single.
Oh, good. Another good mistake.
We have two type of sandwich here. Two type of panino. The single one
What did you say?
and the couple one.
And the other mistake that we were just explaining is bene and buono. Bene you use for feelings and buono you can use for food. So if somebody asks you how was your meal, you say buono. You don't say bene because you feel bene, but your food was buono.
Yeah. And
Are you a little bit cold?
yeah.
Nice shawl.
Thank you.
Bay of Naples.
Yeah.
we come back to home, and Dave help us.
We've finished our day out and we're taking the opportunity that we have Dave here to carry heavy stuff down the steps for us. So we've done an extra big shop load.
Let's go. Home, sweet home.